representing our Commonwealth has been the honor of a lifetime. I will not seek this honor an 8th time. My current term in the Senate will be my last.
After 16 long years in the wilderness, the two-party system is back in Kentucky.
When he ran for county executive, county judge in Jefferson County, no one except his mother gave him a chance. But he pulled that off with aplomb. And that was proof to me that this very, very smart, savvy young guy was going to go places.
There was a lot of talk about this promising young candidate from Kentucky who had made this absolutely hilarious advertisement.
We got you now, D. Huddleston. Switch to Mitch McConnell for U.S. Senate.
4 years ago, Americans asked us to cut taxes, reduce inflation, and control spending. We're making great progress, but to keep this economic recovery going, we need people like Mitch McConnell in the United States Senate.
The vast majority of Americans don't live anymore in rural and small town areas. There's always sort of been a tradition in this country that maybe that's the best kind of life.
Mr. President, it's not unusual for us to...
I've been on the Senate Agriculture Committee since the first day I was sworn in. Had the opportunity to be a part of numerous farm bills over the years.
You do nothing to terminate the growth of tobacco by driving the little tobacco grower out of business.
We had 100,000 producers. In my home state of Kentucky, our agricultural heritage is a central part of our economy and our pride. Agriculture is in the bones of our state.
He will outwork you, he will outthink you, he will be better prepared than you, and he will get from here to there.
That is the version of the buyout, $10.1 billion over 10 years. It's in this underlying bill.
We worked on that bill for years. I think it changed the face of Kentucky agriculture forever.
It compensated the growers and the owners of the quota. I think it is a monumental piece of legislation that helped agriculture.
When we got married, we had a serious talk. He said, every weekend I go home to Kentucky, and I hope you're okay with that too.
Honestly, this is a pick of the heart, not of the head. I'm not so sure.
He's friendly and nice and pleasant and easy to get along with.
We quickly began doing things together because he said whoever won the primary, I'd support them. And 4 days later, he didn't bear a grudge. He was right in there supporting me and helping me after I won the primary.
And I think the administration is very likely to continue doing the right thing on what I think is the most important thing I've ever done, which is the Supreme Court. I want to congratulate Judge Gorsuch on this significant achievement.
The nomination of Brett M. Kavanaugh of Maryland to be an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court is confirmed.
Judge Barrett's mastery of the Constitution gives her a firm grasp on the judicial role.
Mitch McConnell, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, let me just say this is a proud moment for our country.
He becomes the most powerful Republican in the United States. When you have that type of attention focused on you, you have elevated the status of a Kentuckian. Therefore, you've elevated the status of Kentucky.
Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell makes history today as the longest-serving party leader in either party in the U.S. Senate in American history.
And what did he do with that influence and power? For Kentucky, it meant billions and billions. For a small rural state that would have been an afterthought in most rooms in Washington.
MSN found when harvest is complete this year, nearly 150,000 farms will close.
Kentucky farmers and farmers across the country are grappling with a steady decline in farmland itself. So I was pleased to work with the Kentucky Farm Bureau on legislation that would offer retiring farmers a viable path to transition their farmland to the next generation of farmers.
Leader McConnell has taught us so many things, represented us in so many ways that it's hard to even name them all.
And one of the most effective groups in my service that I've observed in advocating policies that make sense is the Farm Bureau.
These are the leaders in the Farm Bureau from all over the state. They know a lot about the issues, and we learn a lot from them when they come.
The premier event of the year that everybody knows about is the Kentucky Farm Bureau ham breakfast. Auction off the ham, and these extraordinary amounts of money are given to charity. It brings the importance of agriculture to Kentucky's largest city. In one of the great ironies of my political life, a guy who grew up in Louisville and didn't spend any time on a farm has ended up spending an enormous amount of my time dealing with agricultural issues. Working with the Farm Bureau has been a joy.